Do you have a lisp?
Yes, I do. And it is something that I never want to get rid of. I didn't know I even had one until probably high school. I remember in middle school, girls being like, "You're a hoe. You talk with your tongue." I'm like, well, what do you talk with? Because you talk with your tongue. But yeah, it's like a little baby lisp.
That's something you've had your whole life and you just didn't realize until high school, I think you said?
Yeah, it's until kids start being real blunt. But I didn't know, and I don't know. I asked my mom, and she's like, "You don't have a lisp?" I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely do."
Is that something that runs in your family, or are you the only one with one?
I'm the only one, and I absolutely love it.
You do.
Yeah.
You ever had to take any speech classes,
No.
anything of that nature? Was it something that, I mean, now it sounds like you love it, you embrace it, but back then when you would get those remarks like, oh, you sound like a hoe or something like that, at that time,
I didn't know what they were talking
oh,
about.
you didn't?
I had no idea. There would be a couple of times where I would hear myself talk. You know, when you hear yourself recording, you're like, huh, I sound like that? And I was like, I don't really like how I sound. But I think my voice is what sets me apart. And sometimes when I record, there's a thing called a de-esser,
Okay.
and it takes away a lisp. And I remember the third or fourth time I was recording, they said, hey, do a de-esser. And I found out what it was. I said, no, leave it just like that.
Who was quote unquote they at the time?
The engineers.
Oh, I see. Have you heard it with the de-esser on just to hear for kicks? To
No.
see what the difference may be?
No.
Oh, okay, just curious.
It's a good question.
No one's ever said anything to you in regards to your Lisp as far as in the music community?
Oh, yeah.
Except for the engineers?
Yeah, the fans and stuff like that. They actually text me, like, type. Like, if they were to say kiss me, they would spell it Kith, or they say bitch, bith. They say, that's how they type me, and I think it's hilarious.
You do. Never, I mean, aside from you didn't know what was going on when those girls would, say something about, a remark there, never embarrassed over it.
No. I, as a kid, don't think I could have been embarrassed. Growing up, I was had to be the point of attention, but not the obnoxious kind, the kind that wasn't scared to dance and go crazy and be people laughing.
Were you the only one also in your family like that, or is that like a personality trait that other family members have as well?
My daddy is a blast. He's like me, just really, really, really country. Not like I'm not, but my mom is a little bit more reserved. She's pretty funny though. And my sister is very reserved.
And what about as far as a significant other? Have they ever said anything to you about your Lisp?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's not a.
Anybody ever dated say something?
I think he kind of has a little one too.
And who are you referring to?
My boyfriend.
Cole?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say somebody's watching this and they have a Lisp too, okay? Circumstances could be different for everybody. They may or may not do music, I don't know. But somebody with a Lisp watching this, curious to hear how you did with yours growing up, your upbringing and into music. Anything you would say to them? Somebody watching, what would you say to somebody across this lens here, if anything?
When I hear people talk that have a Lisp, I feel like we're closer. I feel like we're a gang. It actually kind of makes me happy.
Have you met any other recording artists with a Lisp?
That's a hard question because I always forget stuff. Maybe. Probably. I think that a lot of boy artists sometimes talk a little off, and I think that's what makes their music awesome. I kind of like the speech impediment kind of thing.
But never recorded a song that you can recall with another recording artist that has a Lisp?
No.